Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together we can elevate Springfield.
All right, let's go, Springfield. Time to 10x your life, your business, all of it. Time to crush those goals. Time to get after it. Let's go. You are listening to the Elevate Springfield podcast. Robert Farrell here, certified 10X coach, speaker, and mentor, here to bring you actionable strategies. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together we're going to elevate Springfield. We're coming to you again from beautiful downtown Springfield in the Big Dog Construction Studio. Hey, we've got so much going on in Springfield right now. Make sure you are participating. Get out there, network with folks, be a part of the community, support local businesses, support local nonprofits, and let's go. We can all grow together. So, hey, another great episode for you today. We're going to get right to our guest after the break. Hey, Springfield, when it comes to reliable, high-quality roofing, you don't want to leave things to chance. That's why you should reach out to Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local roofing expert, serving Springfield and surrounding communities. From quick, dependable repairs to full replacement, from residential to commercial, they are your trusted pros. Call them today at 217-993-2748 or visit their website to book your free quote and inspection. Don't wait. A little leak now could lead to major damage later. Trust the local experts, protect your home, and get peace of mind with Acosta Angeli Roofing. All right, and we are back. Joining me in the studio now, you hear a lot about her company, David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agency here in Springfield. You've seen him before on the show. One of his phenomenal team members is here. Ms. Destiny Taylor, how you doing?
I'm great. How you doing?
Fantastic.
Great.
Appreciate you coming down on a blustery morning.
Yeah. It's not as bad.
No, it's not as bad as everybody thought.
It's really not that
A
bad.
little cold.
But I'm used to, it being pretty cold. I grew up in Detroit for the most part. It's just zero.
Yeah. Right. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Just
not
feels like
negative
minus
right
20.
now.
No big deal. No big deal. Well, we'll talk about Detroit maybe a little bit, but of course you're with David now over at American Family. But
Yes.
before we get into all that, let's just learn a little bit more about you. Tell us about Destiny.
So I've been in Springfield, went to college in Springfield, moved here 2015. Didn't stay here full time until about 2017. And, just really got involved in the community. I live in Champaign now. I have my partner. He's from Urbana. But obviously my office is based out of Springfield.
Yeah.
I've lived a lot of places in the United States, though. So my mom, she opened up a business in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina when I was in high school.
Okay.
So my family has always ran businesses. My family in Detroit are all entrepreneurs. So my father, he owns a business that he started when I was very young, but he did carpentry, and my grandfather did as well. And my cousin, he owns a club. So it's a lot of fun.
Heck yeah.
It's called Night Owl. And my cousin...
In Detroit?
Yep, in Detroit. And then my other cousin, she owns a cheesecake company. And so it kind of just runs in the family there. And then also my dad... majority of my childhood lived in Georgia. So I spent a lot of my summers in Georgia growing up. My grandparents live in Georgia now. And I have 4 brothers that also live in Georgia.
So you lived in all 3 of those places at some point? Myrtle
Yeah,
Beach, Detroit, Georgia. All right.
Yep. I went to 5 high schools.
Wow.
So
okay.
I was all over the place.
Sure.
So it kind of helped a lot as an adult because I became a chameleon. I really think it helped a lot with sales.
Oh, I bet.
I really don't mind moving around. And I really mesh with a lot of different types of people. So it does help. And I don't mind being real mendable. doesn't really bother me.
Right.
I think the first year it bothered me quite a bit, but after that I was like, whatever.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
roll with it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on.
And then I did a lot of public speaking in high school too, and in college as well. So,
Doing what? Like what kind of stuff?
I was on like the speech and debate team.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So kind of, I didn't really know I was going to get into sales at
Mhm.
all, actually. I was pre-med in
Oh,
college.
okay.
And then I became an EMT. And then I was like, I don't really like medical like that. Like I like the science,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't get to really like chat a bunch and like do my creativity side of things. I
Sure.
really got to do just like more of like reading and
Mhm.
writing and researching and stuff like that, which is fun to me.
Mhm.
Maybe not to a lot of people, but to me it was fun.
Yeah.
So I just kind of explored a little bit, took a break. I took a break from school because I was like, I don't think it's just for me, which was smart
Yeah.
because I discovered David. Well, he kind of discovered me.
Sure.
And I started working for Lazy Boy. I didn't know I was going to like sales as much as I did.
Mm.
And it was kind of like my calling because I became really good at it really fast.
Mhm.
And, Sandy, who is no longer with us, and I miss her very dearly. She was a mentor to me and like a second mother. She really just like took me in with my sales techniques and was just like, you need to harness this.
Mhm.
I didn't think I was going to like sales either. I was a school teacher, but then my husband threw me in and I was really good at it too. Like, you just need to try it out. And I just really fell in love with it. David, he also just really harnessed that for me. And we're like super close. We're like two peas in a pod. He's like my brother now. I tell him everything. We talk every single day, even on our days off. We're chatting or just joking.
Sure.
And I'm very blessed for that because I know that, you know, a lot of people in their work environment, they don't have that. So I am really blessed with that. And someone who can push me to do better.
Right.
Like we're always like pushing each other, like, you know, what's the competition this week?
Right.
So
Right.
I like that. But I'm a competitive person. When you grow up with 3 sisters and 4 brothers, you get a kind of a little competitive.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's also a little bit of they call it, what is it? First daughter syndrome or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I tend to find things I like and then really like hit it hard.
Right. Like harnessing,
Like-
grab it, and I'm just going.
Like I gotta like read all about it and like really like obsess over it and then okay, I really like got good at this. Now like what's the next thing?
Mhm.
But sales is like one of those things where you can get good at it, but how good can you really get? You can never really get like the best at it.
Mhm.
You can always get better.
You can always be improving. Yeah. So
It's one of those things that it's a challenge for me.
right. Was
Yeah.
there a time when you first started at Lazy Boy? Was there like a particular instance where you're like, man, I am pretty good at this? Do you recall anything like that? This is something I could do.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I mean, you always have those times where you're like, I don't know if I can do this because people are sometimes difficult. It's usually the people that are harping on you. But there were several times where I'd be like, dang, I am really good at this. I didn't even know. Particularly, you know, in sales, especially when you're mostly just commission, you don't really have a big base salary. And at Lazy Boy, that is majority. Before I became a general manager, I was just sales. So I didn't really have a big salary. I was just the sales. I was just, you know, on the floor, you know, writing up regular sales. And when I would want to go on vacation, and I love going on vacation, I love traveling. It's
Mhm.
like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah, you've been some places too.
Yeah,
You've been some cool places.
Yeah,
we were just talking about that.
I love it. And when you have to take time off with sales, you need to build up, you know, sales up so that you have a nice check.
Right,
Because
yeah,
if you
'cause
don't, then
you're not getting paid time off necessarily.
I mean, you do, you know, once you have that time in, but at the time I was a kid. I started with David, I think I was 22. So I didn't really have any time built into it. So I remember at the time I really didn't have much sales for the month and I was about to go on vacation. And David's like, well, if you want to like make some money, you better make some sales before you leave. And I remember that weekend I had sold like $75,000 with the furniture. I had closed, but it wasn't with a lot of people. It was like 3 people because I just had built it up. I'd closed some designs. I'd worked with the designer at the time and built some up. And it was everything that they wanted. I just gave these people their dream that they wanted. But I kind of like thought to myself like, oh yeah, no, I can do this. I am pretty good at this now. And it's just because the way that I do sales is I always want them to get what they want, obviously. And I never want to pressure them because people hate pressure sales.
Right.
And that is like the number one thing. My partner hates it. I always think it's funny that he's with someone that's in sales because he's like the opposite. He's the worst person to sell to.
Okay,
I hate selling him.
Sure.
But I never want someone to feel like they're pressured. I just want them to feel like, yes, I do want this and I want to feel comfortable about getting this. And so whenever I would sell to someone, it would just be a yes because I would always make them feel comfortable. And that is always my approach with any person I'm selling to.
You think that's mainly because just the communication
just
and listening and
making them feel valued and making them feel comfortable in whatever they're buying. And of course, when you find that camaraderie with them, that's usually the number one thing that makes them feel comfortable. And then you just go from there. I want to always picture myself in their shoes too. Or like my dad. My dad is the easiest person to sell to say yes to pretty much anything. And so I always think about that too. Like, yeah, my dad might say yes, but I don't want him to go home and be like, I hate this stuff.
I hate this thing. I got to return this thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've seen him do that.
Right.
So whenever I would be selling something, I'm like, are you sure? Do you like it? Are you sure? You know? And so it does translate well with insurance too. But the nice thing about insurance is that it's kind of cut and dry. You have to have it. And it's, all written out on the paper for you. But with American Family, you get so much more than a lot of other companies in the contract, just how they write them.
Let's talk about that transition over to American Family. So how long were you at Lazy Boy with David? Because if everybody recalls, when David was in, he gave the story of when he had American Family or when he had Lazy Boy and then transitioned to American Family. But did you immediately transfer over? What was that transition like from Lazy Boy to American Family with David?
So David sold the stores, and then there was a period of time where he tried to open up a trucking company with the trucks that they had from Lazy Boy.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out well with the trucking company. I did go with him to the trucking company as well and try to sell there. It was a great idea. It's just that there was a lot of things that with insurance specifically for the trucking company that did not match with the profit. The insurance was just very hard to get for the trucking company. Trucking is hard. Oh my gosh, crazy hard. And I like a challenge, okay? Don't get me wrong. But there was just a lot of obstacles that we had to deal with trucking, specifically with insurance with trucking. And so we kind of learned that. And then David was like, you know what? I'm just going to apply for my insurance license. Let's just see what happens. So he did. And then he talked about it with me. And he's like, do you think you want to get your license too? And I'm like, yeah, why not? So I got my license, passed the test. And then American Family approached him. And then he's like, I think I'm just going to open this agency. You want to join? And I'm like, yeah, let's just do it. And then it just went from there. That's how easy it was, honestly. It was not even a trial or anything. It was just like, you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, let's just do it. Then
like you said, at that point, you said he's like your brother anyway. Yeah. So it's like, hey, let's go.
And then he's like, what do you got to lose? I'm like, you're right. And so then we just went from there. It turned out really well. And the thing about me and David is we both like a challenge and we both really bounce off of each other well. And so when we have ideas, we volley things off of each other and see what's going to work. And if it's not a good idea, we're like, man, that's a horrible idea. Don't do that. I'll have things in my personal life that I will tell him about. And he's like, Destiny, why did you do that?
Right. What are you doing?
Yeah. But I don't have any older siblings. So it's really nice to have that with him because I don't have that. And I've never had that. And he doesn't have any younger siblings. So it works out well. But yeah, the insurance industry, though, is when we first got into it, it was transition period with American Family, especially with the rates and everything. With other industries, the rates were changing. And American Family was transitioning some things with their systems. But now, this year, oh my gosh, our rates are crazy good. Compared to other industries, our rates have dropped a lot. I've been able to save some people this month specifically some really, really good money.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that always feels good to me.
Yeah, because you're not seeing that in many places right now where you can save money.
No, you're
You're just
not.
not.
You're really not. And so it feels good to be like, hey, you know what? I'm looking through your old policy. I'm looking at this. If you switch over, I'm able to save you about this much. And it feels nice to be able to say that to somebody and then them feel good about being able to, okay, I can save this and then I can move it over to my savings, or I can move it to my medical insurance, whatever it may be. And that always feels good to be able to help somebody out.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Say that you have a new client coming your way. How do you walk them through finding what they need? You talked about, but at Lazy Boy, how you always want to get them what they want, and through the communication, how do you do that with insurance?
Most people that we work with American Family, they own a home. And obviously you do want to bundle. You save so much money if you do that. If you have your stuff spread out with different companies, you're not saving money really. You're usually losing out on hundreds or sometimes thousands of dollars. And some people really just don't know that. It's not like they have an insurance course in your economics class or something where you're like, this is how you can save money on your insurance policy. Yeah. They just don't have that. So you bundling your policies is always very important. Even your life policies.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize that either. If you have life insurance, you want to bundle it with your home and auto policy. If you are a person like yourself, you are a public figure in the community, you want to have an umbrella policy. You have a business, you want to have an umbrella policy. You save money. Actually, sometimes the umbrella policy is like taken care of. I mean, by how much you're saving.
Because you bundled everything.
Because you bundled everything. And we live in a state where you are open to so much because of the litigation and things in our state. So you want to make sure that you're well covered for your liability. So the umbrella policy does keep you very well covered. If you have children, you have to have a life policy. It's not even like you should. You
need it. Yeah, you need it.
Like, I don't have kids and I have several life policies. So that says a lot. And it's just because my man, he cares about me, you know? So that's usually always where I start is like, who do you have in your household? Let's look at your house together. Okay. If the person is willing to talk to me about it. Some people think I can change the price or something. I don't make the price.
Right.
I just look at what your assets are and I see how much your assets are worth and what it would be to rebuild your assets. So for your home, I see what the rebuild value of that would be. And then I look that over with you. I look at what your cars are, obviously, how much you drive. I drive a lot. I drive a ton. So for me, for instance, I'm open to a lot more, accidents.
Yeah, you're coming from Champaign every day, back and forth from Champaign.
So. I have to have a lot more liability because if I accidentally hit somebody. But if you have like somebody that's in their late 70s or something, they might not need that much. So I'm always looking at all of those things to make sure they're getting plans that actually fits them. They're all personalized. If you have a pool, I'm making sure that you're getting your rebuild of your pool, and making sure that if you're entertaining people, you have enough medical expense.
Yeah, as I'm saying, the liability side of that with having the pool, make sure you're covered.
Yeah, I mean, people get hurt in pools, so you got to look at all of those things, and then also explaining that just because your roof might be 10 years old, to you it's a very good roof, but to an insurance company, it does not mean it in the best condition. So it might affect your rate. So I want to make sure that your roof is scheduled in a right way, that you're not overpaying for something that is going to be depreciating in value anyway.
Right.
So we go over all of that together and always making sure that you're comfortable with everything. Some people don't even really understand what is on their insurance policy and what they're covered for or what they're paying for. And then some people don't want to be covered for that much, you know?
Yeah, they'd much rather take the risk on their end if they have to pay a little more if something happens. And,
some people want to be self-insured.
Right.
And that's your decision, you know? I have a lot of landlords that like that. You know, there are some landlords that prefer to be more self-insured. They have most of their homes that they own at actual cash value and not really at replacement cost. that's their decision.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really probably wouldn't do that, but
Right.
I mean, that's your decision, you know?
Mhm.
And so you just want to do things that fit you and fit your budget, and you can scale up, you can scale down. Your
Mhm.
deductibles mean a huge difference for you. If you have money in the bank that you're able to put aside, to put down in case of something
Yeah.
happening, why are you spending more on your
Right. Yeah,
premium
you can
when
carry
you
a much higher deductible if you need to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but people don't, a lot of people don't really understand that. So,
Mhm.
just educating people on what they have and what they can do to be able to decrease their premium, um, or, sometimes they don't even care if their premium is higher if they're making sure they're well
Yeah,
covered.
well covered, you have everything they need,
Um,
yeah.
then that's what we do together.
Mhm.
And then also making sure they understand that they have an agent and a whole team behind them that is there to support them in case a catastrophic event were to happen.
Mhm.
We do live in Tornado Alley. So we do have situations that are catastrophic here, and you will have a whole roof rip off, unfortunately.
Yeah, we've had
And
that happen multiple times over the last 5, 6 years. I
it's
mean,
not great,
yeah.
It's not great. We walk you through your claim process and we make sure that you are okay and what you would need to do and make sure that you get your money for your loss of use and make sure you can stay in a hotel and make
Right.
sure that you get your roof repaired or your siding repaired. And that means a lot for people. Just having that support and emotional support too. Some people, it's very traumatic for them to go
Right.
through those events, and just having an agent and a team behind them that is able to support them means a lot. Not having someone who is on a computer screen or somebody who's not even in the same state or
Yeah,
country
not
as
even
them
anywhere near you. Exactly.
it's a big difference. So it is nice to be able to help people in their time of need.
Yeah, because they can come right over on West Wabash and just
Yep.
come over and see y'all right then and there if they want.
Exactly. And just say, "Hey, this is what happened," to know when it's okay, when they should make a claim.
Right.
Sometimes you don't know if you should or not.
Mm.
Like, for instance, a few years ago, I was living in an apartment and my neighbor backed into my vehicle. I didn't know if I should make a claim or she should make a claim. I wasn't in insurance at the time,
Mhm.
obviously. I didn't really know how that worked. And I was with Geico. They were just like, "Yeah, make a claim," you know?
Put it through. Just
Put
come on.
it
Come on.
through, And my neighbor was willing just to give me the money just to repair it, and it ended up just being fine, then I figured it out, but it would have been nice to be able to have somebody to be able to walk through with that with me as somebody who's young and in their
Mhm.
20s and not really knowing what to do or how to do it. But if I had an agent that was able to go through that with me, it would have been awesome. And I'm that for a lot of people. And also some people don't know that if you make a claim and you call an adjuster, even if you don't get paid out, you're paying for it
Mm.
on your claim history. I always like to educate people on that. Like, hey, call me before you call the adjuster.
Exactly.
I'll help you. Like,
Yeah, make sure it's something you really should do.
Yes.
Absolutely. You mentioned a minute ago, it's kind of interesting that people think that you can change the price, like it's a negotiation or something. Maybe at Lazy Boy you had a little wiggle room.
I
The way
did,
you could do some
yeah.
stuff, but not with insurance.
No, not with insurance. I can't. I am just your messenger.
Mhm.
Really, I'm just your messenger, and I'm really there to like vouch for you more than anybody. So even with claims, I don't talk to your adjuster most of the time. Like I can be your middleman for
Mhm.
sure, but I'm there to vouch for you.
Yeah, you're their
You know?
advocate. I
Yeah,
mean, you
I'm
are.
there.
You're,
I'm
yeah.
I'm your advocate. I'm there to make sure that you're getting the help that you need, to
Mhm.
make sure that you're well covered, and to make sure that you get all your endorsements on there for your home. If your house floods, make sure that all of your items that are down there are accounted for. I always make sure your wife got a nice wedding ring. Did you put that as a personalized item on your
Right.
policy? Yeah, you do have a very nice personal item endorsement um on your policy, but if it is a item that is over $2,500,
Mhm.
that's not covered by
Okay.
itself.
And
So you
and
need to have
yeah, people
that.
probably don't think about that
No,
too,
they don't.
especially with jewelry like that can be
Yeah.
significantly over that.
Yeah,
So,
and then I would be upset if I had a nice piece of jewelry and my gem fell out and I
mhm.
didn't get it insured with the jeweler. You can have that on your insurance policy. It's not expensive at all to put
Mhm.
it on your homeowners.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, like less than $200 a
Mhm.
year.
Yeah.
That's
well
nice.
worth it. Well worth it.
Yeah, well worth it for several $1,000s. So
Mhm.
it's well worth to have those things just to make sure that you're covered and you're protecting your assets that you could pass down to your family for generations.
Yeah.
So that's important.
So I know you guys have had a pretty phenomenal first year-ish
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
business, right? I
A year, yeah.
just about a year now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you guys were winning awards last year and everything. Tell us about the growth. How you guys have just been crushing it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, we hit it really hard. We hit everything really hard, though. There's so many awards with American Family. But for the most part, we won most of the awards that they offer for life and for home and auto. But for our first year, we did really great. We were out of a little over 3,000 agencies. We were number 30.
Number 30 out of 3,000 in
Yes.
first year.
Yes, in the United States.
That's
So
awesome.
it's pretty great. Out of Illinois, I think we're like number 5 or number 3, something like that. But very
Come
like
on.
under the tens.
Yeah.
So it's pretty great. I feel really great about that. David feels great about that.
Yeah.
I love that we work together and we're able to accomplish that.
It's a huge accomplishment.
It really
in
is.
1 year to be able to get to that level.
We really
So-
didn't know we were gonna be that way. We just tried as hard as we could, and
Yeah.
then it just came to be that way. And it's just really about relationship building more than anything. And me and David do a lot of like advocacy in
Mhm.
Springfield. We love working with kids, and that has helped a lot just because people love to see that we love helping. But that's not really why we do it. We do it because we really love it.
Yeah, love it and you care. I mean, you guys have done a lot of work with Boys and Girls Club and Family Service Center and a lot of different places. So.
Yeah, Compass for Kids.
Compass for Kids, yeah.
Big Brother, Big Sister. I'm a big, so I love working with my little.
Yeah. How long have you been a big?
8 months now, I think. About 8 months now. But I've done other mentor programs before. In Detroit as well. And I coached Little League for a long time, soccer.
Yeah.
So I like working with the youth. It can be fun. They're entertaining to me because kids just say really funny stuff.
Right. Where'd you coach soccer at?
In Detroit, Michigan.
In Detroit, you coached? Okay.
And in St. Charles, Illinois.
All right.
Yeah, I coached Little League at Little Kickers in St. Charles, Illinois. And that was a lot of fun. It was like my first job ever, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, the advocacy is so much fun, especially Compass for Kids. Compass for Kids is awesome.
They are.
Yeah, they really are. And I mean, we look forward to doing it all the time. Working with Tiffany Mathis is great. We have something scheduled with her soon, so
Cool.
it'll be fun to work with her going forward this year. We have a lot of really fun things planned for the upcoming year with United Way as well. So
now Tiffany's great. Yeah, she's been on the show here and everything. So it's fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. To get to that level of growth, that level of success, you obviously have marketed yourselves well. So what are some ways you guys have marketed yourselves to the community?
So David is a master at marketing.
He's great. Yeah.
Oh, he's
He is.
great.
Yeah.
He's like really good at it. Okay. You can see his face everywhere. You see
Mhm.
my face everywhere, and it's because of him. And working with Andrew at Ootbox has helped. He just makes some great videos and he makes some great content. David is just great at pushing things on social media. Me personally, I just like to put myself out there as much as possible. So get out and network as much as I can here and in Champaign. I support local businesses more than anything else. So I really try not to shop anywhere that is not local.
That's awesome.
And I've done that for years, actually, before even doing insurance, just because I think that it's the best way to go. If you don't shop local, these businesses are not going to stay around. You've seen it the last year, all the businesses that have closed in Springfield. So it's just good to just really, if you're going to put your money into the economy, putting it into businesses that are owned by people that are in the community.
No doubt about
it's
it.
the best way to go. And even your company, like coaching that is local, you know, for people that could understand us in Springfield is very important.
No, it's key when when we
really
do
is.
business with each other, we grow together, we grow the whole community together by working together like that.
Yes,
So it's great.
and building partnerships with people that are local and that understand you, and building camaraderie with people, that key relationships with
Yeah.
people that are local, I feel like is very important.
No doubt about it.
And I really stand for that for sure. I don't know when I'll move away from that.
Well, we love to hear that. I guess I don't know if you know, but I am the president of local First Springfield. So yeah, I'm definitely all
Yeah.
over all
Yeah.
over that. So
Yeah.
no doubt about it. You touched on it a little bit, but how do you feel like you and David elevate your clients or elevate that client experience for them?
We really go above and beyond for any of our clients. So, um, if they need anything from us, we're there. Before doing insurance, I didn't realize that your agents are supposed to do a performance reviews with your policies, like every other year or so.
Mm-hmm.
I've done so many policy reviews. David said that we did 175 policy reviews last year.
Wow.
I was like, "What?" I didn't even realize we did that many. He did a crazy amount, and it was just crazy how many people were in and out, or he was out of the office just going to people's house, because we
Sure.
do go to people's house. We're very old school.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
think
because that's
that
probably rare now.
it is. Nowadays, people just don't do that. But I go to people's houses quite a bit, and that is definitely going above and beyond. We send people birthday cards.
Mhm.
Um, if anything happens traumatic in their life or their family, I'm sending them a text or I'm giving them a call, just giving them condolences, because I know how that feels. It also comes just because we truthfully care too. We're very kind people. We're very empathetic people. So we're giving that personal touch, but we are treating clients how we would want to be treated as a client, and giving all of us money every single year for that protection. We're putting that personal touch on it. We're making sure that they're having everything they're needing with their policy. People don't give you those cute little protectors on your card vehicles anymore. We still do that, but we definitely are giving that personal touch onto
Mhm.
all of your insurance needs now. I had a client who's in Taylorville. We have a lot of clients that are in Taylorville, and we don't have an office in Taylorville. And he's like, "Well, what am I?" And he's older, and he's like, "What am I gonna do? I gotta drive all the way out here." I was like, "I will come to you.
Coming your way. Come on.
I will come to your house. You are all good." And he said, "You guys do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, anytime. You just gotta give me a call. You don't gotta come over here. I will definitely come to your house. You just gotta make an appointment." And he was just so thrilled about
I
that,
bet.
because he said that he has not had an agent come to his house since like the 90s or something like that.
Not surprising because it is rare. They
Yeah.
don't do it as much anymore.
They just don't do it as much, and people don't really put the time into it as much. But we just want to make people feel valued.
I love that.
Mhm.
And I think it comes through loud and clear, the care that you guys put into your clients, how much you truly care about what you do, about them, about the community. I think that
Yes.
just comes through loud and clear.
Yes. And David is from Springfield. I mean,
Mhm.
he's lived here so long, and Sandy really loved Springfield too. And so we just want it to do well. We want Springfield to do well. We want downtown to do well. And so when you put that care and you put that effort into the community, it speaks volumes. So when the people in the community are doing well, Springfield will do well. If we get people in Springfield to save money on their insurance, they can put money into the economy.
Certainly.
They can put money into the advocacy in Springfield. They can put their time more into the community in Springfield. It all circles back. So that's
Certainly.
very important.
So we've talked a lot of business stuff. Let's flip over to the personal side. What are some ways you elevate your life personally?
Well, it's cold right now, so I'm not doing much anything. But
Minus 20 today, whatever it is. Yeah.
I was just in Detroit this last weekend, so I do travel quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
Go see my family. I have a big, huge family. My partner has a very small family, and he's in Urbana, but I was in Detroit because my family opened up another business there. So I was there for their soft opening just to
Okay.
celebrate.
An expansion of one of the already done
Yeah.
businesses then?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Awesome.
just an expansion of a commercial kitchen. So I was just there to celebrate with them and help my dad, my single father, who is freshly single. He's
Oh,
redesigning a
gotcha.
house. So helped him with that. And he just moved back to Detroit from Georgia.
Okay.
So he is redesigning a home. And so I helped him with that. And I just really like to spend as much time with my family as I can, whether it be here in Illinois or Georgia or Detroit. And my dog. I love my dog. My gosh. He just was cleared because he was going through cancer treatment.
Oh,
So
okay.
he
Yeah.
was just cleared this
But,
weekend.
all right. That's
Yeah,
cool.
so he's
Good.
battled
Good
through
news
cancer.
there.
Yeah. I call him Fat Boy, but he's an 80-pound bully.
Oh, what kind of dog is
He's
it?
a bully.
Oh, a bully?
Yeah,
What's
American bully.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was
Yeah.
like, never heard it put that way. Bully.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's got a big old
Oh,
head
yeah.
and a big old back.
They could be some big boys there.
Yeah, he's a big boy and he's spoiled and he's a mama's boy. He just wants to be all up on me all day.
All cancer free, all clear.
He's cancer free as now. It's I didn't know this, but it is very common with the breed.
Oh, yeah.
So it might come back, but they think that it will be okay. We'll just put him on some cancer meds and he probably won't have to go through any surgery. So
Mhm.
I'm feeling good about that, and I love animals, so I volunteer sometimes at the animal shelter,
Oh, okay.
Champaign. I
Yeah.
love that.
Well, you need to give Wild Time Exotics. They were in a few weeks, or about a month ago now.
I heard about that.
Yeah, you gotta check them out. You can go hang out with a sloth and a
I heard they had like a
capybara and all that.
capybara. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I gotta see that.
You gotta
Yeah.
They're open now. They opened at the beginning of January where they have a spot now where you can go and visit, like a little
Oh,
zoo,
that's so cool.
and you can hang out and cuddle up with a little capybara or cuddle
Yeah,
up
I'd
with a
want to
sloth.
stay there all day.
Right.
Yeah, I want to get a cat soon. My partner, he wants to get a hypoallergenic cat, so he
Mhm.
did like all this research. And we're thinking about getting a Russian blue, and I
Okay.
found one that is for adoption at the shelter in Champaign. So hopefully I'll have a kitten soon, but we'll see.
I don't know my cats. What's a Russian blue look like? I mean, it's
Just a blue cat.
Just blue. It is blue.
It's just blue.
Okay.
It's just all gray. And they're supposed to be real sweet. I had one actually, but my cat that passed in October, he beat her up all the time. So I gave her to one of my old colleagues and she's got a great home now.
Mhm.
She's real happy. But they're supposed to be hyperallergenic. I guess the saliva that cats produce have a protein that causes the allergy. They don't
Oh,
have that.
okay.
So
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
hypoallergenic.
because I'm allergic.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm allergic to cats. Not terribly, but
Yeah.
I know when I'm around cats. I can. Yeah, I feel it.
We're
So,
not allergic to cats. He
Mhm.
just wants to get it because we have a lot of friends that are.
Yeah.
And so he's just like, I just want, people to be able to come over and not have to worry about
Mhm.
it. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Right.
It would just be nice because my dog, we rescued him and he was rescued from a dog fighting rink in
yeah.
Detroit. And I'm very big into advocacy for rescuing animals. And Obi just cannot be around other dogs now because of his trauma.
Mhm.
So he loves cats though. He thinks he's a cat, I think. He licks them. Like
Oh,
he's
yeah?
a cat. I think he's so funny. So I look forward to getting a kitten. We don't have kids. We don't plan on having kids anytime soon.
Mm.
So that's how we spend our time and traveling too.
Yeah, that's what my wife and I did. I mean, we didn't wait a really long time, but we were together for 5, 6 years before, just so we could travel and do stuff before we thought about
Yeah.
having kids and everything. So
That's kind of where we're at with it. It's and we think we might adopt and not have biological
Mhm.
children. He's adopted, and there's just so many kids out there that really need people that are gonna be there to support
need
them.
a home. They need some love. They need people.
Yeah. And I got such a big biological family. I got enough DNA out
Right.
there. There's enough Taylors. I think I'll be okay. So we're just enjoying ourselves and traveling. And
Some of
you
your
know.
favorite places to travel.
in the United States, I really love Tennessee
Uh-huh. Yeah.
because it's mild temp and I love hiking. And the mountains in Tennessee are just beautiful. And you really can never go wrong. And it's only like 6 hours
Yes, it's so
away.
quick from right here. Yeah,
So it's a quick little trip. And in Ohio, Hocking Hill.
never been there.
If you've never been there,
Mm.
super 4-hour trip. Beautiful. Okay. It's cold right now though.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I'll
it's
wait
beautiful,
till it's a little warmer, but I'll head out there.
beautiful. It's got some nice caves there. It's got
Uh-huh.
a few really nice waterfalls. And I love California. Love, love, love California. Outside of the United States, I just went to Egypt. I will go back to Egypt my whole life. I love Egypt. You could go there with $500 and you could be a king.
Yeah. No, we were just talking about that before we went
Yeah.
on the air here, how much a really nice place was for the
Yes.
week. I was floored what you're able to get some stuff
So
for.
in the Red Sea, and I would highly recommend going to Egypt. If you go to the Red Sea, we went and we stayed in El Guna. It's a private area, very, very safe. It's kind of like in the middle of the desert, just right off of the sea. It was for 6 days, $400 in American dollars. Okay.
That's crazy.
Now, Egyptian dollars, it looks like a lot.
Yeah,
but it's
of course.
not.
Right. Yeah.
It was very inexpensive. And you can take this little like tuk into town,
Uh-huh.
and they and take the tuk. It's 50 cents.
Come on.
And you just take it, and they and you can go shopping, and they have like all these designer stores. You can buy a pair of Tom Ford glasses for $40.
No.
Yeah.
40. Come on.
Yeah. You can buy a Louis Vuitton bag for $170. Yeah. It's very nice. And I mean, like, you can get a condo there.
Mhm.
Okay. We priced it out, and you can get a mortgage on it as an American citizen, because I looked at it. Under $50,000. A 1-bedroom condo in a beautiful area, like no natural disasters. Okay. But yeah, it's very pretty there. And if you bought a house there, okay, you bought a house, 4 bedrooms. I thought this was crazy because I was talking to the man he talks to tourists about buying property in Egypt. You could buy a 4-bedroom house with a maid's quarters. They call it a servant's quarters. With a servant. $280,000. And I said, you get a servant?
You get a servant that comes with it?
I don't like this. And he said, it's not really. And I was like, he said, it's not really. I said, no, you just said you get one.
You get a servant with.
And I was like, I don't like that. And he said, well, I mean, you can pay him and stuff. But the thing is like, for most of these people, they get paid $10 a week, American dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So to them, they're like, oh, yeah, I'll take this. I get a place to stay. I only got to take care of the property. So
I mean, you legit get a servant.
You get a servant, and they make your breakfast. They clean your house for you and everything. He explained everything, and they'll build the house for you. It's brand new. Brand new.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it makes sense though. The economy there is completely different.
Yeah.
Gas is 30 cents a gallon.
Right.
So.
And it works for them. They get paid the $10. I mean, of course.
I mean, they get paid more. It's
but
more than that for them. But that's why though. Like that's why they're okay with it. But I'm like, I'm not comfortable with that, you know. But it's just completely different for them, so it makes sense. But this is in a private community. In El Guna, it's owned by three men, and one of them was a football player, soccer football.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
And then he started with his brothers, and he just has advertised it, and a bunch of Europeans have just bought up property there, and it just worked out. It was mostly Italians that were there when we went.
I mean, for that amount of money, you can barely get a 3-bedroom on the west side of Springfield for $280,000.
Exactly. That's what I said. I was like, this is really nice. And the condos that they have that were under 50 are beautiful. They're gorgeous. So it's not going to always be like that. It's only right now. It's probably only going to be like that for the next 10 years. And then it's going to end up like Dubai, because New Cairo is just like Dubai right now. It looks just like Dubai. They're building these huge, beautiful buildings. It's got like all this crazy cool technology. It's awesome. Like, I went to a spa there. Me and Anthony both got 3 treatments, facial, scrub, and a massage. For both of us, it was $120.
Crazy.
I was like, this is the best. This is the best.
How about we stay another week?
Yeah, that's how I was. I was like, let's stay forever.
Right. Exactly.
And then they're just very nice too. The people there are very, very nice, and everybody pretty much speaks English because they teach English in elementary school. So it works out well. They do have bartering as it's a regular part of their economic system. So if you don't like to barter, you're not going to like it. So my partner, he hates bartering. I love it.
I was going to say, you're probably into it, aren't you?
It's so fun to me. I was like, what do you mean? You buy handbags. And for me, it was like a practice of sales. So I came back ready to sell. So you go into a store and they have an advertisement to go into the store. They're like, handbags $5. You get in there, I pick out some stuff, and of course I'm picking out like the most expensive stuff in there.
Right.
And you go to the cash out and they're like, it's $300. And I'm like, what do you mean? You said it was $5. And they're like, Habibi, it's all top quality, yada yada yada. And I'm like, I'm not buying it then. And then they're like, wait, hold on. And I'll pay $20. And then you just start bartering. And you end up getting it for like 70% of what they said because they're paying very minimum for it. And they realize that Americans and Europeans, they have the money to spend. They're like, let's barter. Let's see what you're going to, let's see what. And most of the time what they say is, how much do you want to pay? That's how they start it.
Right.
They said, how much do you want to pay? And I'm like, just tell me how much it is. They're like, well, how much do you want to pay? Anthony hated it. He did not like, he said, just tell me how much it is. I'll just pay for it. He would get so upset. And I'm like, let me just handle it because it's fun for me. And I feel like I'm getting a deal on something. But for Americans, I do like telling them about it because I think some people are scared to travel. And I always tell, don't be scared. If you wait too long, you're going to get old and you're not going to be able to take the long walks to explore all the fun, beautiful things. And then you're going to wait too long and then you're not going to want to do it.
Right.
So just do it while you can.
Do it now.
And you're never going to regret it. It's going to be the best decision that you made. It really will be.
I've never regretted a trip that I took. Ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
I've never regretted a trip. Ever. Maybe in the U.S. I might have regretted some in the U.S. I'm not gonna lie, because sometimes I'm just like, oh my god, I should have never went there.
When I do that.
Like I went to a place in Indiana at a cabin one time. I was like, we should have never went there.
Sure.
But it's just because sometimes you think it's somewhere that it looks completely different on the pictures.
So did you do any of the typical touristy stuff in Egypt, the pyramids and all the stuff? Yeah,
we did. The pyramids were beautiful to see, but it's worth seeing once in your life. But once you see it, you've seen it. The Sphinx is gorgeous. Okay. But a lot of people there. Oh my gosh. Crazy amount of people. You want to go early in the morning. If you don't have a tour guide, they're not going to let you in. So you got to have someone to take you. We're very lucky. Shout out to Mina. He's awesome. He was able to take us and back access and everything on the private tours. And he knew all the information. And, but the pyramids, for people that are not used to third world countries, around the pyramids and all of old Egypt, or old Cairo, is a third world country.
Yeah.
So very poor, very impoverished. You know, it's going to have a lot of trash and debris, a lot of cats. My gosh, so many cats. In Egypt, there are so many cats. That was very fun for me. But the cool thing about it is that the locals in Egypt take care of the cats. So they take very good care of them. They put smelling oils on these cats.
Oh, wow.
They smell good. They're fat. They're very well fed.
Well, yeah.
They get fed fresh meat. They congregate around the people at the end of the night because they know they're going to get fresh meat. And they don't want food from you. They just want love. So they come up to you and they'll hang out with you, because they just want to be pet and they just want love. And if you try to give them food, they're like, I don't want that. Because they're like, I'm going to get some meat.
Yeah, I get meat later. I just need some love right now.
Yeah, I just want some love, man. And they have little water dishes everywhere. So they get water and stuff. And then they do have stray dogs too, especially in Cairo. They have a lot of stray dogs. The dogs are not treated as well. I think because...
Yeah, so why is that, you think?
I think it's because some of the dogs are wild dogs and they might bite people or something. But they hang out on top of the cars at night. They sleep on top of the cars. So if you go out in the city, we stayed in this hotel in the city at the last night we were there, and you walk outside, all the alarms are going off in the cars because the dogs get on top of the cars and they sleep on the cars at night.
Interesting.
And so there's little dots on the cars, and it's all the dogs just sleeping on the cars. So that was pretty funny.
That's pretty funny.
It is really funny.
Well, Destiny, so much great stuff today. Let's close with these last couple of things. Let's give the audience a piece of advice, one on the personal side, one on the professional side, to help them elevate their life or business.
Well, take time for your family and yourself. Your mental health is very important. If your mental health isn't good, then nothing in your life will align. I learned that a very long time ago. And I also sell business insurance. I didn't say that.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
No doubt about it. Get you
Yep.
some business insurance from you.
Mhm.
And is there anything we can do community-wide to help all of us here elevate Springfield and the surrounding communities?
Support your local business at all costs, shop local, pretty much from your shoes to getting your hair done to your skincare. You can shop local.
No doubt about it.
Springfield has some great businesses to shop and amazing people that you can communicate with that can really just help you get some amazing products and some amazing service that will help you. Whether it be your business or your personal life, they can really help you elevate your business or your personal life.
Completely agree. Well, remind everybody again, hey, all the different lines you can help them with insurance-wise, and then how to get a hold of you.
So I can help with home, auto, life, commercial, all the great things insurance. And you can call me at 217-726-6343 or email me at dtaylor2@amfam.com.
There we go. Well, Destiny, appreciate you spending some time with me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Rob.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to let Destiny get back to elevating Springfield. But for the rest of y'all, we'll be right back.
Looking for expert tree care with hometown integrity? Look no further than Sangamon Tree Service. They're your trusted local pros, delivering quality workmanship, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing every time. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, their team brings professionalism and care to every job, big or small. Call the name your neighbors trust, Sangamon Tree Service, or visit them today at sangamontreeservice.com. Sangamon Tree Service, rooted in quality, built on trust.
When I first walked into Shudokan Karate Club, I was just looking for a way to get stronger, but what I found was so much more. Here we train in traditional karate, the real stuff, passed down through generations. Every punch, every kata has purpose. I've learned self-discipline, confidence, and how to protect myself. Not just in class, but in real life. It's not about being aggressive, it's about being prepared. This is more than a club, it's a way of life. Join us at Shudokan, traditional, powerful, real. Ki-ai!
Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody. Appreciate you making us a part of your day. Hey, don't forget while you're out on social, check ours out. You can check my personal one out at Robert Farrell, at everywhere. Check out those Elevate Springfield pages, those Big Dog Business Coaching pages as well. Check us out over on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, give us a like or a follow on any of those channels. We would certainly appreciate it. So, hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great.
Looking for personalized insurance with hometown care? David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agent, is here to help you protect what matters most: your family, your home, and your dreams. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, David and his team are proud to serve the Springfield community with trusted advice and reliable coverage. Local service, real relationships, peace of mind. Call today or stop by their office. They can build your dream protection plan together. Call 217-726-6343